Hey everybody, it's BasicLandWalk back again, and I'm going to be playing some more Premodern on Magic Arena. If you are new to the channel or this is your first video, I did a little bit of an exploration last time, exploring cards that are legal in the Premodern format that also exist on Magic Arena. This all started because most of the community that has started to engage with me are Premodern content fans and aren't big fans of Magic Arena. I, like probably many of you, play on Magic Arena out of necessity. I like to play Magic. I don't get to do the gathering part of Magic the Gathering very often, so I spend a lot of time playing at my computer via webcam or digitally on MTGO and Magic Arena for the ease of games, and it's just a very pleasant client. It's an easy way to kill some time. So one of the big drawbacks came in the form of a comment from a viewer playing You Can't Play Real Formats, like Premodern. This sent me down the rabbit hole and I made a pretty exciting discovery. I'm gonna pop over to my other monitor real quick and I'll show you what that looks like. So we're here on Scryfall, and if we go to advanced search, you go down here to legal, you're gonna select timeless. That's gonna limit the pool to digital cards. Timeless is an arena only format, so we know that any of the cards legal and timeless are going to appear on Magic Arena. We're going to open another one of these boxes, click legal. We're going to select Premodern, and this is going to show us a set of cards that are legal in both timeless and Premodern. So it's Premodern cards that will show up on the Arena client. We're going to search with these options, and that brings us a pool of 316 cards. Now, I have gone ahead and limited that down to the color black. So my last video, which I'll link here, I did a series of timeless ranked games playing Premodern green, and that was a ton of fun. I ran myself completely out of wild cards, and it took me a little while to get built up enough to actually have something put together that felt reasonable to play. But you can take a scroll through, and maybe you'll see kind of what I've done, but I found Hypnotic Spectre, Duress, Dark Ritual. We have Priest of Gix that's legal in this format. I've been talking to some of the other members of the community, and we have started to refer to this as Coliseum. It's an old style of like fighting or pre-modern arena. So Coliseum is what we've started to refer to it as. I don't know if that'll stick, but it's kind of fun, and it fits for what I'm trying to do, I think. I don't know if this is gonna be a new format, but some of the other community members have started building into this pool, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm gonna take this deck that I've constructed into timeless ranked. We're gonna play some games on the ranked ladder and see how that ends up. But before I scroll through I've already scrolled through the entire pool of black cards for this pool. I'll hop into the deck tech and show you what I've put together here. Hey everybody, BasicLandWalk here with the Premodern big black deck tech. Let's get into this. So what I've put together is basically a pile of black cards. Yeah, I know that's a no-brainer. It's a pile of black cards. We've got Dark Ritual with this finagled new art that kind of looks like a Magic card. The art's actually kind of neat to look at, but we have Dark Ritual to power out some very powerful 3-drops. We have a very high density of 3-drops in the deck. We have some big payoffs like Priest of Gix to give us 3 more mana and potentially funnel into another powerful 3-drop. We have a very high potential for turn 1 explosiveness. We're trying in a perfect world to land a Hypnotic Spectre or a Phyrexian Arena on turn 1. This is going to start helping us either draw more cards, or we put a very potent threat in play on turn 1 to start attacking our opponent's hand. Worst case scenario, we have a Phyrexian Rager. It comes in, we lose a life, we draw a card. That's kind of a theme. Phyrexian Arena, we trade 1 life for 1 card. Rager does the same thing. We also have some techie stuff going on. We have 1 copy of Oversold Cemetery. I ran myself out of wildcards. You see up here, I've got 0 copies of any wildcard left in the deck or in my pool. And I built what I could with what I had. So I've got a couple of oddballs, like Grave Pact is a mythic. We have Grave Digger. When it enters, we can return a creature from our graveyard to our hand. Basically, there's this dream scenario I've come up with Oversold Cemetery, letting us continually cycle Gempalm Polluter. Gempalm Polluter cycles for 2 black. It lets us drain our opponent for zombies, which we have Grave Digger I think it's the only other zombie in the deck, unless we have another polluter in play. But effectively, Oversold Cemetery is letting us treat this like another way to draw more cards every turn. One of my most nostalgic plays as a child is turn 1, double Dark Ritual into a Sengar Vampire. This art is not the Sengar Vampire that I remember. I remember the bald, pointy ear elf with like the big veins in the background. That's the Sengar Vampire that comes to my mind. I'm hoping we get to pull that off. I'm playing 24 basic swamps. There's no tech lands. We're just trying to be consistent. We're trying to put big, dumb, idiot things into play. And we have some tech for if the games give us the time to get there. Duress to check our opponent's hand, make sure we're not going to lose to some combo, because combo is just going to go over the top of us. Chainer's Edict for some removal. Planeswalkers are going to eat us alive unless we can kill them with creatures. But it's a pretty straightforward plan. I'm going to take this into the Timeless Rank Ladder, and we are going to see what we can come up with. So I will see you all in round 1. Okay, everybody. Oh man, we are playing against... Really? Okay. Playing against Fuckboy 5000. Fitting name, I suppose. No Dark Ritual, but we do have our Oversold Cemetery, which is a singleton copy. Rager to draw another card. Gix, so we can power this out. And we have a piece of removal. We'll keep this. We'll give it a try. Opponent playing a semi-normal deck. Oh, yeah, they're playing Entomb. Okay. We're probably going to lose this game. Reanimator's pretty solid. What's their target here? Interesting. This creature attacks. Oh, I see. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and remove that. This is a made-up arena card. You see the arena logo means it's a digital-only mechanic for the card. Like, what is this one? Conjure. It isn't a card that we'll usually see. Okay, so we've got our 3 mana. We're going to play Priest of Gix. When Gix enters, we'll generate 3 more black mana. We'll use that 3 black mana to play a Phyrexian Rager. We'll do our best mono black aggro impression. Lose a life, draw a card. Another swamp. And next turn, we can probably play another Rager and check our opponent's hand. There's their Dark Ritual. Okay. They've got something big. Okay, so they're playing like the life combo deck. Let's check their hand and see if we even have a chance. Let's see, what is the combo here? So Bloodthirsty Conqueror, Flying Death Touch 5/5. When our opponent loses life, you gain that much life. And then they have other cards that say whenever they gain life, we lose life, and then we lose the game in very short order. I'll take their tutor. I think it's the only one that really matters. And we're just going to basically try and survive until we can get up to the 7 mana play to edict this thing away. We're not going to bother attacking. This bat, this is another digital only card, so kind of nonsense. Pseudo lifelink on that. We'll play our Sengar Vampire. We need to survive for 2 more turns so we can flail this, or I'm sorry, edict this away. Which I think... Oh, okay, we might just do it. So we'll play Oversold Cemetery. We'll do no attacks. Next turn we can play our swamp and edict this thing away. They're going to level this up. Oh, that lets them... Okay, so they get to choose what they're sacrificing here. I think that means we lose unless I draw another copy of Chainer's Edict. So... I guess I'll block... Well, hang on. I take 5, go to 8. They gain 5, put another counter on something. Yeah, it's not getting any better for me, so I think we block here. I don't have another way through that guy. And then we'll make them sacrifice a creature of their choice. They're going to sack that. Okay. I think that's fine. That gives us some more time to block, and then we have Gravedigger to buy back our Sengir Vampire. Here comes their bat. Oh, yeah, I have Oversold Cemetery. I will triple block all day. What did I not read here? Oh, this has a vigor effect. If damage will be dealt, prevent that damage and put that many counters. Okay, sounds good. That was my own inability to read. So we'll play Gravedigger. Gives us another turn to block. Grab our Sengir Vampire back. We'll play Ranger. Oversold Cemetery will let us play this game for at least a little while anyway. Because I can just keep blocking this thing. I just need to make sure I'm keeping 4 creatures in my graveyard. We can make this thing ridiculously large, that's fine. Because next turn I'll have 8 mana, and I can play a 3 mana card. And my Sengir Vampire. Be my turn, let's pick up... Oh... I guess Gravedigger, because I have Dark Ritual. So I'll play Dark Ritual, play Gravedigger, which lets us get back a Priest. Play Priest, which will give us our 3 black mana, and then use that to play a Sengir Vampire. Okay, that gives us a couple of turns, and then Sengir Vampire has a chance to eat this sidekick. Oh, perfect. And then our Vampire will get a counter put on it. It's never going to compete with this 1919, but all we're really drawing to is another Chainer's Edict, which I think will be a good thing here. So let's attack with the Vampire. Play another Vampire. Now we can block with our Gravedigger and kind of do a repeat of what we did last turn with this Cemetery here. We'll pick up Gravedigger. And this is kind of that incremental engine we were working on. We'll play Gravedigger. Gravedigger will buy back a Rager. And then Rager we can play to lose a life and draw a card, which will give us another Rager. And then we'll attack for 9. Opponent's on a 2-turn clock. You have to figure out our army here. And they don't want to give us that value anymore. We're going to check opponent's hand with Duress, see what they're working with. They have a couple of lands. We'll play our Gargantuan. Lose 2 life, draw 2 cards. We'll go to combat, and I don't want to attack with these idiots. Oh my god, stop moving my cards around. So we'll swing for 9 in the air. Opponent goes to 9. Play another Gravedigger. We'll grab another Rager. This Oversold Cemetery has enabled us to do this entire thing, which is pretty neat. They can just rapidly level this up and buy back another creature, which isn't the best, but... They're gonna tap down. Okay. So I'll swing, I think I just swing out and they lose here. I've got 9 flying and enough on the ground. Always check for lethal. This thing doesn't have lifelink unless I'm misreading another section of the card. Look at that, everybody. Premodern big black deck for the win. Take that, fuckboy 5000. Oh man, okay. That felt awesome. Okay, we're back with, I don't know how to say this name, Jay Panoho? Okay, here we have our turn 1 Dark Ritual into a Rager. Not the most powerful turn 1, but it's kind of what we want the deck to be doing. There we go, alright. Wow, I'm still kind of reeling over that round 1. I did not think we were going to win that game when I punted into misreading that first card, but very awesome. I'll attack for 2. I'm not going to cycle Polluter just yet. Get an idea what my opponent's doing first. Forest and red-green. Okay, this is some kind of spell slinging. So I probably want to use my life total. I'll target you, nothing happens. I'll go to combat first. I'm gonna see just how dead I am if it is a spell slinger. Wow, no non-creatures. Okay, so looks like allies. Okay, interesting. This deck is neat. This is all obviously new, like Avatar style cards. Looks like an all Avatar deck so far. Let's see, opponent. Firebending is an interesting mechanic. It's when that creature attacks, they can add X red mana, where X is the number of something. This one has Firebending X, where X is this creature's power. Oh, okay. Earthbend, it's gonna make their creatures into... Oh, that's permanent? Oh, wow, okay, their lands just stay creatures. Okay, pretty neat. Play another Rager, draw another card. We'll just keep chugging along, tried and true. We're gonna Earthbend 2. Oh, they're gonna, okay, they can choose the same land. I gotcha. Interesting. Well, let's play our Sengar Vampire. No attacks. I might, if they offer it, I might try a trade because I have Zombify. Wow, they're gonna make their land into an 8/8. Okay. That's kind of crazy. Oh, let's play a Hypnotic Spectre. I think I'll plan on chumping with a Rager if they swing in with their 8/8, or maybe double blocking Toph. I might just be using Zombify to bring back a Rager to draw a card. I'm not sure. They are really beefing up this Earthbent Mountain. Oh man, okay. Comment gem to a player, untap all your lands after this phase. There's an additional combat. Well, I can't have you getting 2 combats because this has vigilance and it will just attack me again anyway. So I'll lose 2 of these creatures. I'll buy 1 of them back with Zombify. It's not looking good for us, guys. I think if they had attacked me all the way there, I was just dead. If Toph had swung, or any of these other guys. Yeah, there's no sweeper in this deck, so it's not looking good. But power creep is very apparent when we're playing against cards that are a 100% from the latest set. So put this here to draw a card, go down to 6. Yeah, that's gonna be game. We'll see. They might not attack. I don't imagine why they wouldn't, but I've got 2 chumps and then Vampire has a block. I have nothing I can draw to get me out of this game. I'm kind of just curious to see how opponent plays. I would just attack all. Yeah, I think that's the correct choice. And then we go to blocks. We'll block the 10-10, block a 2-2, and we'll block the 10-3. Try to give ourselves the best chance of... Oh, we might just die anyway. Did I do my math wrong? I'm at 1. Okay. Wrath of God. No, that's not it. Okay, that's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. That was an actual steamroll. This deck's pretty cool. If you like fake cards, I guess. All right, MTG Alpha with the Karn avatar. Let's see. See what we've got. Oh, okay. So this is about the most insane turn 1 my deck can do, and it's it's kind of embarrassing to say that, but we're gonna play almost every card in our hand on turn 1. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. This hand would have been a lot better in 2006 than it is in 2025, but it's still really cool that I can do this on Magic Arena, and I think that's pretty exciting. Ooh, maybe it's just better to do it that way. So we'll Dark Ritual into Priest of Gix. And then we'll, oh man, okay, yeah, I'll just play it for Xena Arena. I think that's better in the long run, depending on what opponent's playing. I don't know if the 6 damage a turn might matter. This is a Warp Angel? Okay, we're playing against Space Angels, apparently. Warp is a strange mechanic. You cast the card for a cheaper cost, but it exiles itself at the end of the turn. Okay, so... yeah, so we'll play Dark Ritual, cast Grave Pact. And for 2, pass the turn. Now whenever one of our creatures dies, our opponent has to sacrifice a creature. So if they are playing any kind of creature-oriented game plan, it seems pretty good for us. It's white, so they probably have disenchant effects, but we'll play that part by ear. Angel of Vitality. Okay, flying 2/2. Whenever they gain life, they gain that much +1. Okay, I'll play Swamp to rest opponent. See what they have in their hand. We'll get rid of this Sheltered by Ghosts. And we'll make them sack a creature. And in for 2. It's one thing about the big black play style is it's pretty straightforward. Like, yes, my plan is very linear, but it is powerful, even if it is power crept in modern day card pools. I might even try something like this in traditional Premodern just to see how it feels. Okay, so I'm going to play Hypnotic Spectre. I'm not going to swing into Solemn Simulacrum because when this dies, my opponent draws a card, which, I don't care about that. It looks like they have some changelings. I'm trying to figure out, they might be playing the Angel. There's a artifact like called the Book of Exalted Deeds, I think it's called. Okay, so opponent here is going to lose both their creatures. So I'm going to block with my Priest of Gix. It'll die, which makes them have to sacrifice the card they just invested 5 mana into. So they just spent 5 mana to search up for a Plains. And I think that is just fine with me, because I'm going to attack with my Hypnotic Spectre. They're going to have to discard a card at random, pitch one of those changelings, and then I'll play a Sengar Vampire. And we are just executing the game plan perfectly as far as I'm concerned. Okay, our creatures come in tapped, and when they enter, our opponent gains a life. Okay, I'm gonna gain. Okay, so I will go to combat and attack for 6. They're going to discard the last card in their hand, and then I'll play another Sengar Vampire and put our opponent kind of to the test here. We've got lethal in play. I don't know what that one card was, opponent, but could be good. We'll see. Yada's a very neat mana dork. Whenever another angel comes in, it gets a counter on it for each angel you control. Oh, I see. Okay, these changelings are like budget angels because they count as an angel. They're putting a bunch of cards back into their deck. Oh, opponent is playing 115-ish cards. 1, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 22. 123 card deck opponent. That's a strange choice. Okay, so how about you sack a creature? Oh, wow. Okay, that's not the one I thought you would choose. Oh, this has reach. Oh, okay. I'm glad I was paying attention. Swing for 8. That'll put a counter on this vampire. All right, opponent. Oh, geez, Sire of 7 deaths. I mean, that's fine with me because whatever you block, you're going to kill, and then this gets sacrificed, right? I think I'm looking at that correctly, so I don't care which one they block. They'll probably block the biggest one, it'll die, and then they'll sacrifice this. They'll take their 6. They'll discard their card. I'll play a Gravedigger. I'll get back my Priest. Yes. Play Priest. Generate some mana, and then we'll just play another copy of Grave Pact to be mana efficient. Cards like Eldrazi, and we're taking down Eldrazi with Hypnotic Spectre in 2025. It seems pretty good to me. We got the good game. We will good game them back and attack for lethal with Premodern Big Black on Magic Arena. That felt good. This deck actually feels surprisingly fluid compared to like the green deck we played last time. The green deck felt like I really needed to find my natural order and just put a Crawworm into play to just stat check my opponent. This deck feels like a little more fleshed out. It feels like there's more of a plan. And that, I think that is just evidence that there's space to brew. Even if we keep the card pool narrow, I think that there's space to innovate in Coliseum. Like, I think that if enough people were looking at it and putting eyes on the stuff in the format, I think there might even be a pool of things we could do here. Okay, I don't know how to say this name, but I have a really good hand, and we're going to lead on Hypnotic Spectre. We're going to pretend it's 1995 and full send it on turn 1. Dark Ritual, Hippie. Opponent has a black instant. The game was pausing while my card was on the stack, so I don't know what they could have, but they have a 1 mana black instant. That much we know for sure. Ooh. Wow, okay. That's tragic. That's a made-up magic card. And that was the only non-creature card in their deck. Okay, opponent is playing some Flash Rogues, and they're playing another fake magic card. Okay, seems fine. They're playing Flash, which is going to be kind of difficult for us to deal with. Una's Blackguard is not one that I recognized was on Arena. The cool thing about Mill, though, is they're going to really funnel into our Oversold Cemetery plan if I can find Oversold Cemetery. Let's see. What does this made-up card do? Enchantment creatures you control have menace. The art on this is terrible. Ugh. Yucky. Okay, I don't want this thing to hit me, so I'm gonna have to discard a card if it hits me. So I need to just trade, and then I can use Gravedigger to undo the card disadvantage. Okay, I'll pick up a Hippie. Trying to navigate the power crept. Oh man, okay. Creatures you control have Wither. Wither is a kind of an older mechanic, actually. Oh, okay. Exile a random creature card from that player's library and create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 1/1 enchantment creature. Like, okay. It's really hard for me to stay positive about these digital only mechanics. Like, I'm not a big fan of these Arena 25 or A25 logos but that's the client we're playing on, so we're kind of just seeing how we stack up. I think I might do a series if I'm like gonna do some streaming with some of these decks and just concede the moment I see this logo. I think that might be a funny stream. You can see how many games you concede in a session. They're gonna bring back a Hypnotic Spectre. Okay, I can't block these at all. They have Menace. That's what this little logo on the bottom left means. Now they're gonna generate. Okay, so my removal spell, being target player chooses a creature to sacrifice, doesn't work against this stuff. I can play my own Hypnotic Spectre and make them sack a creature. I don't know. We'll try here. We'll see what opponent's going to do. I don't feel very positive about what's happening. I think we might just get steamrolled. See, best case scenario, I'm taking 8 and killing Fear of Ridicule, so I go to 2, or I'm killing Massacre Girl and taking 6. Opponent's thinking here. Okay. They're not attacking with Blackguard, so I'll block the Fear of Ridicule and lose one of my creatures. Take 7 down to 3. I need to find a creature to have any kind of a chance here. And the chance that I have is not good because Arena's going to put me to 2. They found a Sengar Vampire from me and drew a card. Okay, sounds good. It's another warp creature. Helia, Guided by Light. I go to 2. Play Sengar Vampire. I can't win before my own Arena kills me, so I think that's a GG, but I'll just say good game. I'll say there's no rest. No rest, no mercy, no matter what. Oh man, okay, they're gonna sack the stuff they get from me and turn it into card advantage. Yeah. You gotta do a little more. There you go. Well, I'll eat this for... I'll do my blocks, just to say I did. Go to -2 and lose. All right, good game, opponent. That felt like we were playing different formats, but it still felt mostly good. I think my biggest problem with that was the digital only card and mechanic, but that felt good. Like the deck did what it was supposed to do. Turn 1 hippie, just didn't get there, which happens. Okay, Polgara Initiate. I like this avatar. Okay, we've got double disruption into a Rager. Yeah, we'll try this. I don't mulligan much, especially if I have lands and spells. Oh man, okay. You want to talk about power creep. This is probably the most powerful 1-drop that's been printed in the last, I don't know how many years since Ragavan was printed. Ocelot Pride is a 1-mana 1/1 first strike lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained life, make a 1/1 cat. If you have the City's Blessing, which is what you gain if you have 10 permanents because this card has Ascend, then you create a token that's a copy of each token you've created. So you'll make 2 cats, 2 treasures, all of that stuff. Very powerful, very quickly going to roll us over. Duress is going to take Cathar's Crusade. Other than that, they have 2 Ocelot Pride, so they're going to make a lot of cats, but as soon as we can stick a 2/2, I think we'll be reasonably okay. They are going to get the city's blessing very quickly, though. We'll check their hand. Another plains. Okay, so it's Premodern Black versus Double Ocelot Pride 5 lands. Looks like this is probably a cat tribal deck. Or, no, it's just tokens. I was thinking of this as the other card. Cathar's Crusade, whenever a creature enters, you put a counter on each creature you control. Okay, we're going to take 4. And they're going to make 2 more cats, which I think we're not quite there yet. Okay. That's just 5, so it's not quite there. We'll play Rager. This at least blocks. Okay, now we have our Oversold Cemetery coming down. Now they have the city's blessing. Okay, don't have a pump spell, please? Okay. No pump spells, nothing to buy back. Sweet. Okay, so... I think I just get run over by the tokens, honestly, but we'll try here. I think for mana efficiency, we'll do this, so I can play a hippie and my cemetery in the same turn, just so I have more blockers. I'm gonna block 2 of these, and I'll take 5. Down to 4. Play Gravedigger just for another blocker. Let's see, I can attack, have 2 blockers, be dead to a single removal spell. Oh man. It might be risky, but they discard a card at random. It was another plains. Okay, I'm dead to any removal spell here because I made that attack. I won't have 2 blockers. But if they just keep swinging their tokens, then I'll take 3. Go to 1. I'll play Grave Pact. And we're just in a holding pattern now. I have the biggest creatures in play. Not anymore. That's a 7/10. Okay. I'll block. What does this do? Hang on. So those are mandatory. Play Priest of Gix. I have a blocker for this big dragon, so once again, I just need to not die to a single removal spell. Guide of Souls is not going to do it. Oh man, okay. So they're going to do their attack, but they have another creature to feed to my Grave Pact now, so I need to find a removal spell like Chainer's Edict. That's not it. Okay, good game. No attacks. We were close. We were very close to clutching that up. If they hadn't drawn a creature on that turn, we would have been able to maybe make something happen, but we didn't just die to a couple of 1/1s. We died to a 7/10 dragon like Richard Garfield intended, so I'll take that. Okay, we're back against the I'm gonna say Yahoo. I'm gonna pronounce it like that, mostly by choice. Oh man, I'm missing a Dark Ritual, but I'm 1 land away from having stuff to do, and I can cycle to dig for it. Oh, we win. Thanks, Yahoo. They must have been in a hurry. I hadn't even selected my hand yet. That's what you get. Very powerful. Yeah, that didn't count. Let's go 1 more. Okay, we're not playing Yahoo. It's Aramio? However you want to say that. The Timeless Witness. Yeah, I'll keep this. It's got a couple pieces of removal. We have Priest. Hopefully we draw one of our other density of 3-drops. We can power out some very powerful plays. Opponent leads on Swamp. What do you got, opponent? A duress? Okay, you hit, but it's a flashback spell, so that's okay. So far, opponent's playing Premodern. Oh, they're playing 100. Okay, 178 and 6 and 1 in play, so 185 cards in opponent's deck. Okay, okay, opponent. You're on some sauce over there. I like the sleeve. That's ugh. Actually, maybe I don't. That's yucky. I like my sleeve better. It's a cute little squirrel and a dog. Huh. Another swamp. His opponent. Ooh, did they hear we were on big black Premodern and they're just on big black all the cards in my trade binder? Quicksilver Amulet. Okay, we're actually, so far, we're still Premodern legal. Oh man, okay. We'll see what opponent wants to throw into play with that. That's awesome. Dark Ritual, Quicksilver Amulet. They're on some Rakdos stuff over there. Let's see. I kind of want to not play Priest right now so I can do a bigger turn next turn, but it's just the same turn next turn, so I think it's okay. I don't have anything else to power out with Priest, so at this point it's just a 3-mana 2/1. It's kind of like a ritual. If they kill it, that's really good for me. Yeah, that's fine. That lets my Gravedigger buy that back next turn, and I actually get some value out of Gravedigger. That's sweet. Thank you. Opponent is on in the tank. Cut down is not Premodern though, opponent, so I disapprove of this removal spell. It could have very easily been Vendetta, Ghastly Demise, right? Oh, Feed the Swarm. We're killing my Gravedigger and taking half of a Lava Axe to do it. Okay, let's check our opponent's hand. What do you have over there? Oh, you have all kinds of nastiness. Oh man, okay, Darkness Crystal's not beatable for me with my engine. They need double red for Brotherhood's End. I'll take Darkness Crystal because the exile effect's actually devastating. And then I'll use Priest to power out a Hypnotic Spectre, and maybe if they miss their land drop, I can snag one of these with Spectre. Looks like we might be getting lucky. A second red source is just brutal here. Oh man, okay, so Olivia's coming in, but there's no creatures. Ooh, no attack. Okay. They can throw this in at instant speed. But if they do it now, then I get to Chainer's Edict. Yeah, that's fine. You can go right ahead. If they don't do it, then they maybe discard it. Oh man, okay, we hit the Brotherhood End. So they don't have another creature in their graveyard, so the Reanimate effect's not going to be so bad. Okay, I think that we're okay. They can put Olivia into play with haste. There's their second red source. Okay. Whoa. Why didn't we put this in last turn? Interesting. They could have put this in last turn and blocked my Hypnotic Spectre and still had their Brotherhood. But now I get to eat their Olivia. And go to combat, swing for 4. They're going to discard a card at random. Pass the turn. We have... Ooh, they're going to kill Spectre. Okay, I think that's fine. Another cut down used. Play another land. We'll swing for 2 and then play our Phyrexian Gargantuan. This is the biggest thing in town in our deck. We're going to draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. And have lethal in play. Okay, what do you got, opponent? All right, we got there. That's awesome. Okay, we ended up going technically. I think that leaves us with a positive result, and that is just awesome. The fact that we can play Coliseum, pre-modern on Magic Arena, and have a reasonable time, have a good time, feel like we're actually playing Magic. I think that's a beautiful thing, and I am very happy that this exists. I'm very happy to have made this discovery, and I hope that you enjoyed the content. If you start to explore Colosseum, I'd love to see what you build. Post your deck list in the comments. If you're something that you want to see checked out, let me know. Like, I would love to get more eyes on this. And if you liked it and you haven't seen the green video of Premodern Green, check that out. I linked it earlier, but I'll do it again here. And I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day and your top decks are as spicy as they can get. Take care.